Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is John Rambo Presents The Show.
It is.
My name is John. I'm joined by my current roommate, a man who's taken me in for the time being. OJ is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Hello.
All right, so we're back. So I think this is episode 7, something like that. It's pretty crazy we got this far.
Yeah, I'm amazed that we've actually reached this milestone.
All right. So as everyone knows, everyone's doing this. The show is now available for download at geekfiregifts.com/the show.
It is.
You can go on there. Like you do, we reiterate this every week. Please download the show. Spread it around like a disease. I hope to have everyone in the country infected with the digital version of herpes.
The mind virus.
Or gonorrhea, the digital gonorrhea. That is the show. That is the new slogan for the show. Digital gonorrhea.
I'm not sure.
I just came up with that on the fly. That's the new slogan.
I'm not too keen on calling it digital gonorrhea.
And we'll get like big signs in town with your face on. OJ, listen to OJ, and then underneath digital gonorrhea. What do you think about that?
That's probably pretty accurate advertising for me, but I don't think it's a good idea.
All right, so this is kind of weird. We may sound a little different to you today. We're actually recording this in the same room.
Yeah, so John has to look at me.
We're looking at each other. It's kind of different.
It's awkward.
Yes, staring into each other's eyes deeply.
Okay, I'm taking my effing glasses off so I can't see anymore.
But we are recording this in the same room. We're actually recording this on Wednesday night. We usually record on Thursday nights, but we'll get to that later. Why we're doing that.
We're sharing one microphone, so
it might sound awful.
Yeah, two guys, one mic.
What the? What is wrong with you?
Hey, I've actually never seen the videos, so I'm not quite sure what I'm making fun of.
Off the rails, 5 minutes into the episode.
You're the one calling me digital gonorrhea.
You're digital gonorrhea. That's a compliment.
So OJ is DG.
People are taking the show and spreading it and sharing it, and they're having a good time. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You might get a disease, but it's a good time while it's going down. But
good choice of words.
All right, we're recording this in the same room. And the reason for that, John has taken me in, as we talked about before. I've been here for since Sunday. Here for several days. I've moved in. And the reason for this, there was basically a disaster in my town.
To say the least.
To say the least. So I'm going to kind of take you through a series of events. And John, please chime in when you have anything to add, as always.
Sure.
But on Friday, okay, this is last Friday, so I'm sitting at home. I just happened to be watching the Weather Channel. There's this random show about like hurricanes on, and how this guy built a dome house that could survive hurricanes, blah, blah, blah. All right? So I'm watching the show, and all of a sudden the bottom like ticker is like a severe weather warning for my county, and it says like 8 to 12 inches of snow expected.
Yep.
So I'm like, what? How is this even possible? I'm supposed to go to Phil's on Saturday, so I throw him a text, and I'm like, it's supposed to be like 8 to 12 inches of snow tomorrow. So he gets back to me and he's like, what are you talking about? It's not even cold enough for that. It's like, no, it's not cold enough for that. And then I don't hear from him for like 20 minutes. So he's probably like, and then all of a sudden I get a message from him. He's like, oh, yeah, you might not be able to come. So he must have he must have like went and like looked up the weather. Like he's like,
yeah.
He's probably like, what the hell is he talking about?
We were watching it all week at work, just staring at the Weather Channel.
But I didn't know anything about it. All of a sudden this just happened. So I'm talking to Phil and he's like, all right, well, you're going to come down, come early, because it says it's supposed to start at like 3, and but it's not going to get really bad until like 11. Okay, so I'm like, all right, well, that's the plan. So the next day, Saturday, I get up, I'm doing some stuff, I'm getting ready, and I look outside, it's like 10 a.m., it's already fucking snowing at 10 a.m. And it's like, it's just getting heavier and heavier, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming, and he's like, yeah, obviously you're not.
Bummer.
So, snow's one thing. Snow's a pain, but it's not really a huge problem. We always get snow in this area in the winter.
Yeah, all the time.
You go out, you shovel it, you plow it, you do what you got to do.
Fall in it, eat it.
Yeah, it's fun sometimes.
Hurl it at your friends.
So the snow's not really the problem. It's a foot of snow, but we've been through this before.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. The problem is that it's October. Okay, so the local towns really aren't ready for the snow.
And more than just the towns, dude.
No one's ready for the snow.
No, the trees, man.
Okay, we'll get to that too.
Yeah.
But when we get into the winter months, the town's prepared, so they bring in, they make sure they have pounds and pounds of
salt, sand.
They hired guys that are going to be...
The trucks are gassed up and ready to go.
They hire a certain amount of people that are going to be like the dudes for the plowers,
Yeah.
They stock up on staff and all that stuff. So, of course, none of this stuff is ready. No one's ready for this. And like you said, the trees have leaves on them.
Yes.
So what does that do? Why don't you explain?
Well, normally when the snow falls down on the trees, it's just a branch, just a nice little cylinder hanging out or whatever.
It's a dead tree.
Yeah. But now, I mean, the trees still have leaves. There's still water up there. The snow is basically landing on the limbs, catching on the leaves, and weighing and the branches are weighed down more than they normally would be. By a lot.
Right. So the snow's one thing, but now we have this extra thing into it.
This is the real problem.
Right. So around like 3 o'clock on Saturday, I'm home, sitting there, power goes out. So the power's completely out. Keep in mind, we just been through Hurricane Irene 2 months ago. But we'll leave that out of this for now. So the power's out, and like it's extremely quiet because there's no power and no one can drive anywhere. No one's plowing the roads because no one was ready. So we're all just stuck in the house. Every couple of minutes, you're hearing trees falling, branches falling, boom, boom, all day. And it's like, what is going on out there?
Sounds like war.
It was terrible. So go to sleep that night. It's cold. Do like multiple blankets. Several pairs of underwear, like 8 pairs of underwear on. Just make sure everything's warm and snug.
Well, the great thing, this is Saturday night, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a couple friends over. We were watching The Thing. The John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes.
From what, the 80s or 78?
Not the 7th redo.
Yeah. But we're normally in the movie the lights usually go out before the monster does something.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and I'm standing up. I'm looking toward the window. I just see this orange light come through the window, and the power goes out. My friend was looking right outside. It was like he said he saw ball lightning coming from the transformer next door. And the power goes out for like 10 seconds, and everyone's just like standing there wondering what the heck just happened.
And it came back?
Came right back.
Okay.
But still, perfect timing for the movie.
It's so interesting, though, like, you're like at, an hour south of me?
Ish, yeah, southeast.
Okay, so just depending on little wind things and cloud placement, you can be destroyed or you can just be skipped over. It's very...
Yeah, I mean...
It's Mother Nature at her best.
This area was completely, almost completely untouched. At least the immediate area where I am. I mean, there was some bad stuff around, but where I was fine.
And everything around you is destroyed.
Once you get maybe 20 minutes away from north of my house, well, I mean, we're moving into Sunday territory here. But
how many people in Connecticut are that lost power?
I think 700,000 in Connecticut, about 400,000 in New York, at least, maybe another 200,000 or 300,000, 400. A ton of people in New Hampshire. More people than I think have ever lost it in a storm like this before.
Right. So that was Saturday night, no power.
Yeah.
You don't really know what's going on. We're kind of like trapped in the house. Like I said, there's no plowing or anything done until into Sunday. So
you didn't have the cell towers.
Yeah, cell towers. You can just say that. You don't have to.
All right.
Use sign language to me. You just tell. That's perfectly fine.
Didn't want to interrupt you, buddy.
Just interject things.
Yeah, the cell towers were out by you too.
So yeah, there's no cell service or nothing. It's kind of isolated. The next day, wake up early. Got up at like 8 o'clock. Start going outside. Start digging myself out. Took about 2 hours, shoveling, doing the deck, doing the driveway, all that stuff. I don't know. I still don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just shoveling. Go inside for like 10 minutes. I realize it's bad out. There's a ton of snow, but it's getting warm. It's October. It's melting. It's very warm out, but I don't really know what's going on. All of a sudden, OJ pulls into the driveway.
Yeah, so I had plans to see John in the morning, and we were going to record some stuff.
Yeah, but I wasn't able to talk to you, obviously.
Yeah.
Before the day before that.
Yeah, and I was going to see my dad that afternoon and evening and, have dinner with my parents, but I figured, okay, I haven't heard from John, but, if it was bad, he would send me a text message, he would reply to mine telling me not to come over. If it was bad, well, I didn't even stop to think that it might be bad enough that he would have no way of responding. So I leave my house, and I'm in Stamford, and it's completely fine. Everything's glorious, there's no problems. So I start heading north on High Ridge Road, just, heading north, and then all of a sudden, I notice, there's some downed trees on the side. That's kind of a bummer. And maybe 10 minutes out from when I leave town, I'm on this road, and there's a tree fallen down over the road.
Right.
Like, okay, I guess I'll just drive under this. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, did you like move some things you weren't supposed to move?
Okay, so then there's fallen branches blocking each side of the road, and then I reach the street, and I'm like, oh no, there's a roadblock here.
Yeah.
But there's a side street. I'm like, okay, I go on the side street. Like, okay, that's cool. So I'm following these two plows along the side street, and then I come up the end of the side street, and I'm like, okay, get back on the road I was on, start driving. And I realize that I'm still inside the barrier now.
Right.
And I don't know what to do. There's this big trough of mud. People have been driving onto the grass and getting around the barrier. That doesn't look safe. It looks like I'm going to get, stuck in it or something. So I just kind of park the car, hop out, push, drive, stop, put it back, and get out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing else I could do.
Well, let me ask you this. Why did you keep going? Why didn't you, I'm going to go home now?
Well, my mind thought, I'm about halfway there. I might as well keep going.
Yeah, it just kept getting worse and worse.
Yeah, I think
into the disaster.
Yeah, I drove under probably 10 trees that were falling over the middle of the road, at least one of which I was scared was going to fall down and crush me.
It's quite possible because, like we said, there's no one out there.
Yeah, I was driving, I'm like, what's that on the ground? Bump, 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 bump. Was that a power? Yeah, that was a power line. Fortunately, no one had power in 3-mile radius, but hey.
Yeah.
It was kind of scary. I guess my parents' house, my dad just finished cleaning up the driveway. He looked at me and was like, oh.
It was
hi.
It was bizarre that you showed up, man. So we should say your parents live in my neighborhood. Where you used to live in their house.
Yeah. Or
okay.
You moved into the neighborhood where my parents live.
Okay, well, whichever one you want.
Yes. So it was pretty funny. I was supposed to help my dad build a model for my grandpa, but
right.
That didn't happen.
All right, so you pull into my driveway. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And you come to the door, and you're like, dude, you wouldn't believe what's going on out here. So we gotta go take a walk around. And, I gotta show you some stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grab my camera.
Good call.
So we start walking around. And we quickly find there's trees down, there's trees that fell in people's cars.
Oh gosh, someone a couple houses down from you. I was walking by, ran into a guy that I had known. I hadn't seen him for a while. I said, "Oh, did you see dude's dad's car? It's a compact car." And it's
he's making jokes about
it. Yeah, this little Integra is crushed by a giant tree.
I like how he's making jokes about his neighbor who basically lost something valuable. That's great.
Oh, it was an Integra. Just kidding.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry.
So I'm walking around in this one yard. We made a video, obviously.
Yeah, you can see it.
But there's this one yard where there's 40 branches down.
Yeah, and it's funny because they've all got the leafy part facing the house.
Yeah.
And then the stick part facing the road, and this churned up earth in front of it.
Like mud and shit.
But the mud looks like it's been flipped upside down, like someone took a backhoe or something and just pushed everything over onto the lawn.
So there's transformers ripped down, basically every transformer's ripped down.
Yeah, all the big power poles that linked areas together. The transformer at the entrance to the neighborhood exploded or something crazy.
Right. So we kind of realized pretty quickly the infrastructure of this place is pretty basically screwed.
Yeah.
And how does that happen though? How could a couple of people were asking this, a transformer like that? It's just snow. It's not like a hurricane.
Yeah.
How does it break and come down like that?
My guess is that...
What's the science behind this? Bill Nye, the science guy.
I am not a scientist, so I don't have any credits in that regard, but my guess is maybe a branch knocked it over and snapped it. A branch fell onto the cables, and the cables were really strong, and the cables snapped it.
It just doesn't make sense. I think some dick in the middle of the night just went around with a chainsaw and was like, this is my chance. They're all inside, snowed in. This doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know how those things came down like that. Every transformer, and if you haven't, please watch the video. We made a video.
Happy Frosty Halloween.
Happy Frosty Halloween. It's up on the channel right now. John Rambo Presents. But I'm actually standing underneath one of the destroyed transformers.
Yeah.
And a couple of the neighbors were driving by, and they're like, get out of the... It's not safe under there. Get out of the way. I'm like, no, we're professionals, ma'am. Please move aside. We're professionals.
Yeah, although I did almost walk into, headbutt a power line.
Yeah, there's power lines all over the floor and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was pretty unpleasant.
So, a couple of problems with this. So you have all these electrical problems. You have these electrical outages. The electric company for the last several months been laying people off.
Nice egg?
Yeah, they've had record layoffs.
Oh, dude.
So now you have all these people without power. You have a reduced staff. And every Transformer is basically gone.
Even Optimus.
Right. So, basically, if you don't have a generator, you pretty much have to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So your parents left.
Yeah, they went to my family on Long Island.
It was kind of like suggested if you don't have a generator, you're going to have to leave this area because there's no cell service, there's no power, and it's not coming back for probably a long time.
It's like the dark ages of the early 90s.
What, the early 90s?
No cell phones, really. You know,
there
power
was electricity
outage.
back then. I don't
Yeah,
know
but a power outage in the early 90s, man. What do you want?
So I guess I see what you're saying. You're just totally gone.
Yeah.
You're totally cut off.
Yeah.
So everyone's just taking off. You gotta get out of here. It's gonna be a couple days. And you suggested, why don't you come stay with me? I was kind of surprised that you would offer.
Why? I mean, dude, I'm willing to help you out, man.
But I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, no problem.
Of course, I would take you in if something happened to you.
Thank you.
I'd make you stay in the garage.
Do I get a sleeping bag?
A mat of some sort.
Yeah, I slept on a futon.
A welcome
it's
mat.
Okay.
So I've been here for, 4 days or something so far?
Sunday to Monday to Tuesday.
Today's Wednesday.
To Wednesday. Yeah, 3 days.
How's it been going? Am I doing all right?
Yeah, you're doing fine.
There's no problems. I'm sleeping on the couch.
Hey, for the record, it's a fold-out couch, dang
Fold-out
it.
couch, going nicely.
Yeah, cost me $50.
Saddest thing about it, though, is like all those kids in that area, they basically got screwed out of Halloween.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Halloween's on Monday, so you basically don't get Halloween this year.
No, they didn't want their kids going out because it was dark. You know, it's dark. There's no lighting.
Oh, it gets dark at like 6:30.
You could slip and die.
It gets dark, what, like 6:30?
Yeah, but you know, there's lights in the house. I mean, you're gonna have to walk out to oh man, you're gonna have to like walk out there.
Right.
There's nothing to keep you from tripping on stuff. Got to give the kids flashlights, but you need those for the house.
Right.
Because it's dark in there. It's dark out there. What are you gonna do?
So we've been hanging out over here. We watched some movies.
Yeah.
We watched. Actually, we'll talk about it. It'll come up later in the questions. I think there's some things that come. We'll get into what we've been doing.
We'll get there. Don't worry. You guys just hang in.
We watched some movies. We're in Stamford, Connecticut. So let's see. On Monday, I actually went to Phil's house. So I left. You went to work at like 9 or something, right?
9ish, yeah.
So I left around the same time, and I'm walking down the street to go to my car, and you have a school like down the street. Mm-hmm. So all the kids were waiting at the stoplight. And I was there too, and like they all have like backpacks. I had my backpack, so it was like me with like 15 kids. I was like towering above them, and we were all like going to school together and shit.
Yay!
But,
not creepy.
Yeah, I went to Phil's house and on Monday, and then yesterday, it was Tuesday, I went to WE headquarters. It's like down the street.
Yeah, it's not that far. Did you walk or drive?
I did actually drive. You could walk. But I pulled in, there was like a perfect spot, like right across the street. I don't know if you saw my video yet.
No, dude, I've been busy, man.
Alright, so I went in there and I made a quick video just showing the Titan Towers and stuff, the building. I do like Stamford, but I don't think I could ever live here just because of that thing is there.
Because
it would just bother me that such crappy writing is taking place just down the street from where I live.
Well, it was pretty funny. Remember when there was an ad for that other wrestling company, a billboard?
Yeah, well,
maybe a half mile in front.
Yeah, that was TNA Impact Wrestling had a billboard across the street, but they're probably worse than them. So it's not like I don't understand the point of that, but so the Titan Towers is right over there. It's where the magic happens.
All the magic.
All the crappy storylines come out of that building.
Delicious.
So I made a quick video there. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna kind of explore town. I wanted to get some games because it was Tuesday. Like all the big games come out. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to Target, okay? Because Target's supposed to be having this buy two get one free deal. So I'm gonna go to Target.
Sounds like a good plan.
Sounds like a good plan. Okay, it didn't really work out that way.
Oh no.
So I'm driving through Stamford. I get to the Target. It's a city, an urban city, area. So parking's not easy.
Nope.
It takes me like 10 minutes to figure out where to park. I have to go to a garage. I have to pay money at the garage.
Lovely.
Walk to the Target. Target's it's like 6 floors up.
Yeah, you have to go up all the way. The first few floors are parking.
Yeah, dude, it's insane, man. That thing is a monster.
I actually parked in that parking lot to see The Dark Knight.
You parked at the Target parking lot?
Yeah.
So it's a giant building. You go up like 6. The elevator wasn't working or something.
Oh, dude.
So I walked up like 6 flights of stairs.
And those rickety like metal stairs.
Right. So I go into the Target. It's the biggest freaking Target I've ever seen in my life, dude. everyone I'm sure has a target in their area.
Hopefully.
It's one target, and then on top of it is a second target on top of the other one.
Yeah. Oh, and the best is that there's an escalator for your cart.
I've never seen that before in my life.
It was the first time I saw that too.
Yeah, in between the escalators is like a thing you attach your cart to.
Yeah, and it goes...
And it pulls it up for it. How do you bring it down, though?
I don't know. Maybe it works on the other side?
I couldn't figure that out, but... So I go to this Target. I go to the... it's like the biggest thing. It took like 40 minutes just to like park, walk the stairs, and then walk through the Target. It was like 40 minutes just for that.
Yeah.
Go to the game section. In their flyer, it's the buy two get one free on all games.
Yes.
They don't have any signs for it. They don't have any of the new games. They didn't put any of them out.
They probably had them all and they didn't want to sell them during the sale.
No, somebody screwed up or something. But like, they didn't have any of the games out. So I'm like, I can't freaking go here. I can't shop here. I don't have my games. So I'm like, well, I'm staying at John's. I need some stuff. So I got some boxers. Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah.
I went up getting the wrong size. I got like triple XL or something.
Aw,
because I was so upset about the game situation that I just went to the aisle, just grabbed whatever.
You just want to get out of there.
I was like, and I didn't even realize there were sizes for that.
Get it, I'm done. Give me this underwear. I'm getting out of here.
Right. So then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the mall, which is down the street.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
And maybe there's a store in there that would have the games I'm looking for, because I wanted to get Sonic Generations.
Yay!
Was the main one I was looking for. Ooh. So I go into the mall parking lot, and it's metered parking.
Yeah, they're pretty much all about the meters.
And it's a 50-cent
minimum
to park. Mm-hmm. Only at 40 cents and change. And usually, like, I don't care about these things. I'll just go. I'm like, whatever. I don't even pay the meter fee. I just go into the places I'm trying to go. For the first time in my life, I actually saw the dude
walk around issuing tickets.
I saw the meter maid. You call him that?
That was the phrase, yeah.
So I saw the dude walking around. I couldn't believe it, and he was watching me and shit. So then I had to leave.
I got my eye on you.
And I was like, screw Stamford, I'm getting the hell out of here. And I wound up going to like
Norwalk, yeah.
To Best Buy.
Best Buoy.
So I was like, I had to just completely leave the town. But it's a nice place, so other than that.
Yeah.
It's definitely expensive.
Yeah, there's some great restaurants, though.
Excellent restaurants, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to eat to live, it's a good place to be.
Yeah. Great food. What did we have? Monster burgers.
Oh, Monster Bees the other day.
Right.
Got burgers and the appetizer platter. Mm-hmm. Went to Fiesta Limena today. It's a Peruvian restaurant. The place rocks the house.
Yeah, it's ruined today, right?
Yeah, lomo saltado. Steak, French fries, onions, tomatoes, rice. Everything.
It's a nice place. I like it. It's definitely expensive. You see a lot of big time BMW cars and things like that.
Yeah, and they drive like morons.
But it's a nice place. Were you safe and stuff?
Oh, here, yeah, it's pretty darn safe.
Okay. But that was my annoying experience, just navigating, and it's expensive just to park.
It takes you a while to figure it out. I mean, for my house, I like to walk places.
I can see why. It's quite quicker than the drive.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't find a parking space, might as well go back to the house and walk over.
Right. So, I don't know. Stanford's cool. I mean,
thank you. I'm glad you like it because this is where I live.
I've been here before. I just haven't ever extended period of time here. You know. And you're very close to New York City as well, which is cool.
Oh yeah, like I think the shortest trip from here to the Javits Center for me was 45 minutes, maybe 50.
Cool.
It was under an hour, definitely.
So I'm still here, and I may never leave, John.
Woohoo! Question mark face.
It's been going fine, though, right?
Yeah, it's been fine.
I'm sure if we stay like another week, we start punching each other and stuff.
Yeah,
You're ready to punch me now?
No, I'm not ready to punch you yet.
Is that what you're about to say?
No.
I'm ready to hit you?
You haven't eaten any of my Lucky Charms. You're fine.
Yeah, I had some good takeout too.
Ridgeway Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place rocks. I still like Hope, though.
All right, so that was our whole story about the storm and what's going on with me.
Yeah, so just a note for all y'all out there saying, "Oh, that storm was nothing, brah, 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 brah." All right, dude. I went to school in the frozen wastelands of Rochester, New York. Not the most snow. We don't get the lake effect so bad as everybody else. The thing wasn't the snow. The thing was the fact that it knocked out power. Doesn't matter what, you know what, it could have just been an effing windstorm and that knocked out the power. It doesn't, just the fact that we didn't get 10 feet of snow doesn't mean it wasn't a powerful storm.
So, and it's the trees. People couldn't even leave their there was trees over people's driveways.
Yeah.
They couldn't even get out of there, out of there. So
there were trees in people's cars.
Right.
It was really bad. Some people had to move the trees to get their cars to move. Right. So that's all I wanted to say. That's my little bit. I mean, it may not have been the most dramatic storm, but it was pretty much a disaster.
It is a shitty disaster.
Wait, does that mean it's a good disaster? Because we throw that word around a lot.
It means two things now. Depends how it's used. Many definitions.
Context sensitive.
Right. Yeah. So let's move on to some other things. Let's move on to the comments.
Okay.
Into the comments late this time.
Yeah. We usually do the comments as the first section.
I feel like we had to get this stuff out in the open.
Oh, yeah, we just had to clear the air about the weather.
So there's many comments come out from last week's show. Last week's show we had Grog was on the show.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about how that went? And
yeah, that's a nice dude. He's pretty witty. I like him.
He's a nice person. I felt kind of bad because I forgot to mention or ask him what he thought about Freddy vs. Jason. We were talking about all the horror movies.
Ah, yeah. One of those R plus R equals PG-13 movies.
So, oh, it was PG-13, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, yeah.
They also had the Jay and Silent Bob ripoffs, but
and Alien vs. Predator was
yeah,
same.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing at that point in the cinema.
No one's gonna see this movie. Make it dumber so the teenagers can go.
Well, Freddy vs. Jason, I wanted to talk to him about that, but do you remember when we went to see it? We went to the midnight opening.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. The movie was okay. It's an alright movie.
Yeah, it was okay. I'm still annoyed at the Jay and Silent Bob ripoffs.
They actually asked Jason Mewes about that before.
Really?
Yeah. I think they did some kind of parody where he actually said that was him or something. Or like he may have seen me in Freddy vs. Jason or something. I'm pretty sure they did something like that.
Oh, that guy's classic.
With him, but we went opening night at midnight.
Yeah.
And the audience was like so fun. That just made the movie like 10 times better.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Like, there was people cheering for Freddy, people were cheering for Jason. Anytime someone died, people would cheer.
Yay!
Anytime one of the innocent teenagers was slaughtered, they would cheer, jump on their seats, and so I wanted to throw that in there because I forgot to bring that up. Even though I had it in my notes, I just forgot.
Dude, you can't do everything.
But we do have some comments. We're gonna have you read them. I pulled them from last week's show because I don't have my database. Basically, every comment ever left on the show, I store in my database, much like the Ghostbusters store ghosts.
Well, watch out for that EPA guy then.
Yeah, someday someone will come and destroy them. But yeah, basically every show, like if you leave a comment or ask a question, if we don't get to it, we may get to it later on.
Yes.
'Cause I store it. So I wanted to pull like specific ones for this episode, but I don't have that with me right now. So every comment's from last week's show. So why don't you just jump right into reading them off?
All right. Well, keep listening because you never know when your quote might go on the show.
Wow.
All right. So the first one is from what I hope is must have been a very happy fellow, or the Glowing Knight says, "Got the code?" Smiley face emoticon. Yeah.
Last week we gave away a code for the Batman Beyond skin for Batman Arkham City. It's provided by Plain Trade and Danbury. And I guess the Glowing Knight got it because no one else seemed to dispute that. So I hope he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Doing some Batman Beyond stuff and futuristic Batman shit.
Oh, yeah, you know it. Pretending you're old and gray Batman. Anyway. Whoa. Okay, so you want to go on the next one? I lost it for a second. This one's from Unemployed Quadruple X Jedi.
Yes.
Hey, John and OJ. Next year is 2012, and many believe the world is going to end. If the world does end, what last video game would you guys want to have played? For me, any Zelda game.
What do you got?
Well, for a quick gut reaction, I'd say Majora's Mask, just so I'd play the stupid song and go 3 days backward and be like, F that world, I'm still going.
You could play a game that has to do with the end of the world. There's many of them.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic.
Oh, yeah. Well, my first thought, again, Zelda, just if it worked and I could go back 3 days, it would be like Groundhog Day, but you have 3 times as much time.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that's your pick, Majora's Mask.
Well, if that worked. Otherwise, I'd pick probably, I don't know, maybe one of the Suikoden games, whatever's the longest. So I have as much time left on the planet before it all ended.
Right. I would say the original Mario, or Mario, depending on your local accent.
The classic Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah, because that was kind of like the first game I played.
Oh, well,
so
your way in, your way out.
It would be a nice poetic circle, the circle of life in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I could see that, and then,
So that'd be my choice.
That's
it's touching.
Deep. That's good, yeah.
It's deep, right?
I'm thinking about that.
But I want to say this, like, people that believe the end of the world is coming and they try to convince other people, like, you're just a jerk. Because the end of the world will... If everyone believes the world will end, then the world will actually end.
Like, we all start acting like it's going to end.
Yes.
It's going to be the same thing.
No, because if everyone believes the world's going to end and people stop doing what they're supposed to be doing every day, which runs the world, then it's going to end.
Well, actually, there's a really deep book about that.
Yeah.
I think it's called On the Shore. I don't remember what it's called, but the basic plot. My friend loves like post-apocalyptic fiction.
Yeah.
The basic plot is that there's been some sort of nuclear war or nuclear disaster, and everyone on the planet is dead except for Australia.
Nice.
Australia is untouched, but in I think 6 months, Australia is going to be hit by the radiation and everyone will die.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what's going on...
anything to stop it.
So basically, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just the last 6 months of humanity, people just trying to go on with their daily lives and their jobs as things were, all the while knowing that in 6 months, that's it. They're all going to die.
Do they actually continue their stuff?
I don't know. I haven't read the book.
I don't read it.
Well, I just found out about it this year, so...
Well, here's the thing. You have 6 months to live.
Yeah.
But if people stop doing what they're supposed to be doing, the world might end in 2 months.
It'll be like...
And then who knows what'll happen in 6 months. Maybe they'll survive.
Yeah, it'll turn into Mad Max in a matter of days.
Right. So if you're someone that's trying to convince people the end of the world's going to happen at this point or that point, it's really irresponsible, and you're a dick. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah.
Next question. Can you read this? My notes are kind of messed up.
All right. Our next question comes from Ronan Hall, 1970.
Wait a minute, I have a different one.
I have a not different one.
I'm going to read what I have.
Well, you read what you have.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's from Ronan Hall. I'm sorry.
You should be.
What do John OJ think about Resident Evil movies? Stay ballsy, my friends.
All right.
What do you think about those movies?
I must confess, I haven't seen any of them. Not one. My dad has one in his house.
I thought you saw one with me.
Resident Evil?
Yeah.
No, we saw Silent Hill.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You confused Silent Hill and Resident Evil. That's awesome.
I can't remember half the stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I'm getting old, man.
No, but it's just like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. It's like just picturing the logic. Like someone with John. I don't remember what it was. I think it was based on a survival horror game. There was a creepy town.
All right, come on.
No. Sorry, I haven't seen it. I can't
see
it. No, I don't know.
All right, well, I saw them all. I'm not a big fan. I don't understand why you would change the storyline that dramatically when there already is a good storyline to pull from.
Yeah, The Matrix. Sorry, Resident Evil 5.
Well, that's later on.
Yeah, go on.
But it has a storyline to it, and it's a fun storyline. So why do I have to... It's basically someone going, well, I have to be creative, and I have to show that I could better than these silly video game writers have done. And I'm going to put my own vision of what this should be. And it's like, why? It wasn't better.
It was fine. The storyline was fine.
Right. But I'll say the last Resident Evil movie was probably the one I liked the most because it had like Wesker and Chris was in it, even though he was like a convict or some shit. And
well, like he was like the guy from Resident Evil 0.
He was a guy that he was like locked in a cage, and they found him. They didn't know what to do with him, and then eventually they had to let him out so he could help them. I don't know, dude. But speaking of video game movies, you and I watched the other day Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Annihilation.
I'm sorry, that was the game.
Yes.
Equally bad, but
quite.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I got it for $5. Like several months ago, it was $5 at the store, and I never opened it. So I came over here and I brought it and we opened it.
Kept it that way,
What did you think about the movie?
Well, I don't know if you guys knew this, but my favorite Mortal Kombat character, ever since I was a small child, probably because he was my favorite when I was a small child, was Johnny Cage. Number 1, because his name is Johnny. Number 2, because he wore effing glasses. And
you like
this
the glasses,
movie,
guys.
well, because I could wear glasses and pretend I was him. Only my ego was considerably smaller, I hope. Although it's been growing.
You would drop down and do the split ball punch to kids in your class.
No, I'd throw shadow kicks at them.
Okay.
No, but yeah, he's my favorite character, and they do some pretty terrible garbage to him in that movie. And
what do you mean? He's dead within 30 seconds.
Like I said, some terrible garbage.
Yeah.
And the best part is that they don't bring him back. Yep. Like, the end of the movie, everyone's all happy. They're like, seriously, they link arms and like line dance into the sunset. And no one cares. He died protecting Sonya from Shao Kahn, and no one even effing cares. I'm sorry.
The movie's bad, but it's watchable up until the point where they reveal that Raiden is Shao Kahn's brother, and you're like, no.
And that they're sons of the Elder Gods.
Right, and that was a slap in the face. And then you get to the point where Liu Kang and Shao Kahn are fighting.
Yeah.
And Liu Kang does his animality, transforms him into like it looks like Swamp Thing.
See, instead of turning into like the Oriental dragon that they use in the games, he turns into this big. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the X-Men comics with Lockheed the Dragon. Picture Lockheed the Dragon, green, about 10 times as tall.
But he was like a man dragon with arms.
It was terrible.
And then Shao Kahn's like, oh yeah, you think that's good? And he turns into some like
a Hydra.
Like a Hydra, and it was a terrible CGI.
It's garbage. It's pure garbage.
So and also the movie has like every character just thrown in.
Yeah, they just throw random characters in. They throw in Noob Saibot is hanging out in Ermac's chest.
Right. So we watched the movie, and your Xbox. We watched it on the Xbox, which you kept horizontal.
I have vertically.
Oh, you kept it vertically.
But nobody told me why I wasn't supposed to do it.
So you use his Xbox vertically. All of a sudden, the disc is like just scratched to hell.
Yeah, one big inch-long scratch.
But we were able to finish it, and then we're like. He's like, well, I'm like, well, I could get this repaired, a play and trade, and you're like, yeah, you're gonna do that? I'm like, no. And we just took it. We actually threw the movie out.
Yeah, you made me throw it in the trash. I felt kind of bad because I felt bad for the disc that it got brutally beaten up and thrown away.
No, I think it was the fitting end to that disgrace. Where he was like, just throw this thing out.
Finish him.
So we watched it. And we threw it in the trash. All right. So next comment.
All right. Okay. So this one is from 137 Supra. Disgruntled porn star massacre 3D. I would watch that movie, but I have to wait till it comes out on DVD.
I don't get the joke. What does that mean? Explain.
What he's trying to say is the way that he spelled it implies that instead of comes out as in comes out like the movie came out, he means ejaculation.
What is that? What do you mean? Explain what that is to me.
Now, if you're reading a Charles Dickens novel, to ejaculate means to exclaim or shout something. If you're talking about porn, it means for... have you heard the word bukkake before?
I don't know what any of these terms are. Can you please get into further detail?
Why does everyone always ask me about porn?
Whoa! Who asked you about porn?
People were like, so which... well, no, I was asked earlier on the show, what's my favorite hentai? But I don't watch hentai, and it's a type of porn.
No, you said you were infamous in the hentai circles.
So okay. Wait, does that mean there's OJ hentai out there?
I don't know.
Is that what he's saying?
You explain to everyone else what this is about.
I don't know what this is about. Stuff. Although I will admit that we did watch a pretty terrible movie for Halloween.
All right, we'll get to that. Hold on.
Okay.
But I just like how from this show we've written 2 movies. We got John Rambo GameStop movie.
Yes.
Which stars Daniel Craig as the James Bond motherfucker. And now we have Disgruntled Porn Star Massacre 3D will also be released. So we're writing movies.
We got to get on this.
Yes.
Don't steal our idea.
All right. So the next comment from Plead the Fifth Fizith. Is that how you...
Yeah, what you said.
Plead the Fizith.
Yes, I'll take it.
Okay. He says, keep your balls shitty, my friends. Another awesome hybrid of the catchphrases.
Yeah, it just evokes a really unpleasant image in my mind.
Well, you understand all the porn terms, so I don't... All right, so the next comment is from... I don't have who the comment is from.
Kevinator 12?
I'm sorry, Kevinator 12. I'm not using my normal system here, so I'm a little messed up.
It's cool. We're with you, buddy.
Okay, will you guys ever make your own professional radio station? Is that something that you would be interested in?
That would be awesome.
You like doing radio and audio?
I did radio in college.
Okay, why don't you talk about that for a second?
Okay, well, sophomore year, my roommate was really big into doing music stuff. He made his own techno and whatnot, liked a lot of crazy bands, and he... Apparently, freshman year was doing a radio show on AM, and then sophomore year when he was my roommate, he said, "Hey, do you want to do a radio show?" And all right, that's cool with me. You're a pretty cool guy. So we actually had an FM radio show on WRUR-FM in Rochester, New York, our college station, and we did it for a semester. Unfortunately, the semester afterward, they made it you had to take a 1 or 2 credit class to be able to do a radio show at that point.
Right.
But yeah, we played a mixture of stuff. He put on some techno and whatnot. He played a lot of things like Garbage also, and bands that sounded like Garbage. I mean, you know what I mean? The band Garbage, not Garbage. I played some classic rock, put on some Unwritten Law and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. We didn't do too much talking though, except for one time when he had a rant about muffins. He just wanted to go to the coffee shop at school to buy a muffin, but everyone kept getting these ridiculously complicated coffee drinks, so he had to wait in line behind them.
So he likes techno and rants about muffins.
Yeah.
My man might be into a little substance problem there.
He has an electric kazoo.
All of the signs point to yes.
Oh, gosh.
Will you ever make a professional radio station? Probably not. I mean, I don't know.
The best, I mean, right now, I think, I don't know what more we can do than...
We're taking things slow.
Yeah.
We're taking it seriously.
Yeah, this is important to us.
Yeah, I think one of the things you talked about was maybe expanding things where we split. One of the ideas I proposed to you was where we took the comments, we do all these comments, maybe make that a separate audio, and that'll be like the mailbag.
Yeah.
And then the show would be just the main topics that we talk about. So that was one of the ideas that we discussed. A couple other ideas that we talked about. So if you like that idea, please, or you have other ideas, please post them up. And
yeah, we'd love to hear them.
We'd love to hear your feedback on that and some other stuff. But I think our plan is we're going to try to get to 10 episodes and then decide what assess the situation. But it's going very well. I want to thank everyone for listening. We always get like 9 to 10, I think 1,000 views, and one has like 12.
Yeah.
So it's going really good. I mean,
yeah.
It's the biggest thing I do on my channel. So.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, this is all you.
Thank you very much. Next comment's from the Lucky Charms Gangsta. I suppose that with a 7 instead of a T. Funny show. It should be a daily show, not weekly.
Hey, there already is a daily. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That would be a.
It'd be an interesting experiment. Just to see if by like day 4, if we know what we just break down to like no discussion.
We could take a week and just see what happens if we try to do a daily show.
I'd like day 3 would be like nothing to talk about.
Yeah, we'd have a problem on Tuesdays too, because I'm pretty much missing from from when I go to work until 11:30 p.m.
Right. It's funny. Some people say the show's too long. Some people say do it more. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Do whatever you want.
Maybe people want us to do it more often but shorter.
We're just going to do what we want in the end. But feedback is nice.
Yes, nice, polite feedback is very awesome.
All right, OJ.
Okay.
What were your favorite television shows when you were kids?
This is from JMoney12. All right. When I was a kid, well, obviously Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's high up there. I remember the Fantastic Four show. That the theme song just went into my head. Iron Man. I loved Thundercats. Transformers was fun, but honestly, I don't remember it very well. G.I. Joe was good. I mean, I'll be honest. My sister would watch Clarissa Explains It All, and I watched that show all the dang time.
All the Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah, Nickelodeon was good back in the day. Gosh, Stickly. I loved Rocko's Modern Life. Doug was good. Rugrats was good. I mean, there was a lot. My gosh, I think I wasted my childhood just watching TV.
Well, that was like the babysitter.
Yeah, like my mom wouldn't have to do anything; she just turn on the TV. No, but she wasn't like that.
Well, there's only so much you can do in like the summer, so you just kind of were just like.
Yeah, I think my mom. Yeah, my mom let me watch a certain amount of TV, but she did make us go outside and do stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Summers you were just kind of left with the TV. I certainly was just raised by it. But when I was a kid, I watched all those cartoons, man. All the essential '80s stuff. Thundercats, Masters of the Universe. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I was a huge fan.
Oh, it was a great show.
So that was like the stuff I really liked. And then there were shows like we watched with like my family. So it was like Full House.
Oh my gosh, I watched that show all the time.
Bob Saget.
Oh, Bob Saget, that dirty, dirty man.
John Stamos. So Full House big time. And
Dave Coulier.
We watched Growing Pains.
Oh man, with what's his name?
I don't know.
Watch watch Home Improvement.
I never really liked it that much.
I don't know. I gotta stop watching it.
Because Jonathan Taylor Thomas and all the chicks really liked him, and that was annoying. So I was like, screw this kid.
What, the girls like this guy? F him.
You know what's weird? Jonathan Taylor Thomas bringing him up. The Lion King on Blu-ray. We talked about that on one of the episodes. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
But on the special features, they have all the different actors that were worked on the Lion King. He was obviously the voice of Simba, but he's nowhere to be found on the DVD in the extras.
Weird.
So like everyone else is there but him. Like what happened to him? Is he like in jail or like?
I hope not.
Is he dead or what's going on?
I hope not.
Okay.
I don't know.
So that's the Jonathan Taylor Thomas story. But then I was into all the Nicktoons stuff. Ren and Stimpy was real big. That was like crazy good. And then Beavis and Butthead was like this, people were like, oh my god, this is like this controversial show. And sometimes I just stay up late and like, watch it. But it wasn't really anything. That's coming back, I think.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Thursday night, yeah.
Wow. Let me know how it is.
I don't know if I'm going to watch it. We'll see.
Ah.
But The Simpsons was huge.
Oh, dear,
and then
yeah.
on Fox, it was like every Sunday. Simpsons, X-Files.
Yeah, I never actually really watched much X-Files. I saw the Chupacabra episode, but...
You seem like you would be an X-Files guy.
I don't know. There's just some things that I probably would love that I just never got into.
Okay.
Heck, I didn't watch Buffy until maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was a big-time X-Files guy, and I don't understand why people like all these new shows like Law and Order and CSI and stuff.
But they're so accurate about how crime investigation works. I mean, you can enhance, and you can write a GUI in Visual Basic to solve crimes.
Well, I can't even watch those shows because the X-Files was so much better.
Just did it better.
So I'm like, I can't watch this stuff. I never got into those shows. I don't know. Keeping with the same kind of topic, we got a comment from NDGH209. He says, hey John and OJ, back in the 90s and early 2000s, did you guys ever watch the show Pokemon? Did you enjoy it? What do you guys think about it? Was it a good childhood show? That's a classic show. I grew up with it.
I didn't watch that much Pokemon. I probably saw more Pokemon when I was in Japan than when I was here. My host family, that was the only show that I think that they had their kids watch on a regular basis.
I really like the show. But my favorite thing about it is the theme song, the English theme song.
Oh, man.
We have traveled across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon must understand.
The power that's inside.
Power that's inside.
I don't know how I know the theme song when I saw the show like 3 times.
It's an amazing song. It's great. Yeah, because it's so good. That's why you just great songs you remember from the first time you hear.
Well, that does remember. There was on YouTube. I forgot who the guy was. This guy did not a barbershop quartet, but he did himself singing that song, singing 9 different parts.
Wow.
And synced up. It was impressive. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I'm gonna watch this tonight.
All right, we gotta find it. This guy was incredible.
I'm gonna blast this before I go to sleep on the couch tonight.
Dude, I gotta get up at 5:30, man.
All right, we'll talk about that too. But
all right.
Only thing about Pokemon I love is how the entire economy of the world is based upon the Pokemons. Every job has to do with Pokemons.
Yeah.
The most important shit you could possibly do in your life is something with Pokemons.
And I love how kids just stop going to school when they hit 12.
They just start going to train.
And just nope, you're leaving the house and you're wandering the country. Are you sure that's a good idea, Mom? Aren't I going to get cold? Yeah. No, you'll be fine. What, are you going to stay outside? Find a Charmander, he'll build you a fire. Get going, Pookie. Daddy and I have some business to attend to.
Yeah, probably Pokemon breeding. It's like everyone's job is a Pokemon thing. I'm the Pokemon, feces cleaner-upper.
Oh, gosh, yeah, that's... Seriously, these things are walking around everywhere?
Yeah.
I mean, cities were filthy with horses everywhere. Just imagine, Snorlax going through town.
Well, the Pokemon economy is better than our economy, so maybe we should start taking animals and having them.
Yeah. That didn't work out too well for Michael Vick.
It's illegal? Okay, we can't do that.
Yeah, but one thing I will...
Maybe that's what happened with Michael Vick. He thought he was a Pokemon trainer.
He thought it was...
I'm
just picturing him with the little hat on and the backpack. Pokeball, go! I choose you.
You saw the show. He's like, I'm going to do that, and that's what. And then all turned around on him.
Oh man. Well, at least you didn't watch.
I love Pokemon though. I like the games are fun.
The games are really fun.
You and I went to the Pokemon Center.
Oh yeah, that was a blast.
In Japan.
Yeah, it was great. I bought the Pokemon White there.
Yeah.
The guy kept trying to tell me, no, it might not work in your DS.
Wait, but there's video of that. Where can you find that video?
You can find that video on YouTube on John Rambo Presents.
Yes, you can.
It's good stuff.
So
what else we got here, man?
I actually got a Pikachu from the Tokyo Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
And I also got a Pikachu. It was the same Pikachu from Nintendo World in New York.
Which one was more yellow?
One of them's a different color, but it's the same exact thing. I don't remember which.
It's like when you're playing Smash Brothers, and you've got the 2 different colors for Pikachu that look almost exactly the same.
Right.
It's like the orange and the yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Pokemon. Hey, John and OJ, this question is late, but if they made a horror fighting game with all the horror icons, who would you play as? Nameless Ninja sent that message in.
Oh, that's a good question.
What do you got?
Well, just going off the cuff here, I it would be almost impossible to do Freddy in a game like that.
Well, Freddy's in Mortal Kombat.
To do him, I know, but to do him right, he just doesn't feel. But the thing is, Freddy. Seriously though, Freddy seems a lot like Green Lantern to me.
Yeah.
Because he can basically create whatever he wants. I mean, if I were going to pick a horror icon, though, I mean, I'm just running through them. First of all, I wouldn't want to be Mike Myers, because his power would basically... This is Mike Myers. Hold forward, and then occasionally hit the stab button.
Right.
Or slash. Ooh. I mean, then well, who else do you have? I mean, you've got all those bees from Candyman. You know who would be a lot of fun? The Puppet Master guy.
Yeah.
Be like, just send out all these puppets and stuff.
My question is, does Godzilla count?
It's not really horror.
Well, he's horrifying.
I guess. Well,
That's
yeah.
my character in this game. He'll just eat everyone. He'll step on them and eat them. That's it. I win.
What?
The game's over. I win.
What is this, Mugen? I mean...
It's a horror fighting game.
Godzilla
is my character. He wins.
mean, alright, well, if I had to pick
defeat him.
You know who might be interesting? Predator. But he'd be a little bit too much like Reptile.
It's an interesting question because people are saying that they're going to put Jason now into Mortal Kombat because Warner Brothers owns the licensing for Mortal Kombat and all these movie characters. So perhaps in the future we'll see Mortal Kombat versus horror character game. That
would be pretty interesting.
I think it's cool.
I mean, I just can't come up with any other really good horror icons that you'd want to be. I mean, I think
it's better than DC versus Mortal Kombat. I remember the insane scene where there's so many crazy moments in that game, the story mode.
I still gotta play it.
There's one where Batman's driving the Batmobile and Sub-Zero's like knocked out and he's sitting next to him. He's driving him around. Weird stuff goes on, man.
That's strange.
Okay, what else we got?
Comments. All right. This one's from Mama Dawa.
Yep.
No, guys, you do have other female viewers. And yay for Ninja Turtle costume. Sorry, those are two emoticons. One was the :O and one was the :D for the smiley face.
Those have sound effects?
In my mind. I read emoticons with sounds.
Okay, next comment.
Alright, this one's from Rachel Loves Screamo. Music fan. Because, Screamo is a type of music.
Yes, I'm hip with the times.
I'm not hip. Hello, John and OJ. My name's Rachel. What did you do for Halloween this year? Anything exciting? I'm sending this in a little early for next week's episode. Keep up the good work. But yes, you have more than just one female listener.
Well, that is a great revelation. There's apparently 3 or 4 female listeners.
Thank you.
And that is excellent. We appreciate it very much. Thank you for participating.
Yeah, call on your friends.
And for your comments. John, what did we do on Halloween? I was here.
Oh, Halloween. Yeah, that was Monday.
That was 2 days ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I did stuff for Halloween on Saturday, too.
Okay.
Monday, gosh, I came home from work. I had candy in my car, and we walked past 2 of my neighbors with their kids, and like, oh, here, would you like some candy? Just walking down the street, and the kids are kind of like, they seem scared.
Well, you're scary.
But why does everyone say that?
Your costume is very frightening.
I was dressed as an office worker. And then the dad's like, no, go ahead. So they each took a piece of candy.
Yeah.
Then we just walked inside and we watched a movie.
Yeah, that was our Halloween. What I love to do on Halloween is I stand by the door. All the kids come over. I rap with the kids and the parents, just like I do on the show and in other circumstances. Try to talk to everybody. I wear my Jason costume. It's a lot of fun. But of course, the snow disaster. Halloween was canceled in my area, so I was down here with you, and we gave candy to 1 kid.
2 kids. 2 kids.
2 kids that we saw in the parking lot.
Yeah, kind of creepy.
And then we watched Nightmare on Elm Street 4. The Dream Master.
I was looking for Little Nemo the whole time. He didn't show up. But I did do something on Saturday for Halloween.
What'd you do?
I had some friends over. We played Magic, because the new set is kind of horror-themed. Mm-hmm. So we played some Magic, and then there was a little bit of video gaming going on, but after that, we sat down to watch a great piece of cinema. Every year, at least once or twice, my friends and I try to watch a terrible, horrible movie. We were going to watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but one of my friends insisted that we go through the whole list of horror films on Netflix before we pick one. And at the end of the list, we kind of reached one, and we knew we had to see it.
What was it?
One-Eyed Monster.
What the hell is that?
You
watch porn, man.
It wasn't porn.
Ask you about porn.
It wasn't porn.
You watch it all the time, see? And your friends, a group porn session?
It wasn't porn.
What is it?
Okay. starring Ron Jeremy. Still not porn.
You're not doing yourself justice.
I know I'm not doing myself any favors, but bear with me, everyone. It will make sense in a moment. So the movie basically, it's a really campy, terrible horror movie. There's no nudity except for maybe 10 seconds where you see a girl practicing her lines for a porn. Mm-hmm. And then after that, there's no more nudity. But the plot is basically, they're filming a porn in an isolated cabin in the woods where there's no cell phone reception. And then Ron Jeremy can't get it up for a scene, so he goes outside, and an alien light hits him. He goes back inside, and after an incident in the scene that they're filming, to quote Netflix, while filming in a secluded cabin in the woods, Ron Jeremy's dismembered member starts attacking the cast and crew.
Is it like gigantic? Is it like a humanoid?
No, it's exactly
Small?
what you'd think.
How does it kill people though? You can't see it coming and shit.
But no, well, yeah,
that's what I learned.
It kills people in a variety of ways, through a variety of orifices. You don't see it happen.
It enters their bodies. This is a gross movie.
You actually don't really see all that much. It was kind of effed up.
Dream Master was better.
Dream Master was better, but one thing
it was actually better.
It was better, but this was hilarious because it was so bad. But here's the thing that surprised me: we're watching the movie, and there's a character who is playing just like, I think she's just the assistant to the director. Mm-hmm. So she's not actually a porn star or anything. She's just an assistant. I'm looking at her, I'm like, she looks really familiar. I'm like, dude, that looks like Tara from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It was.
Like, no, that can't be her. We wait and watch the credits. It's Amanda Benson. Tara from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is in this film. That's all you need to know.
All right, so those are Halloween. It was fun because we got to hang out and
I made fondue
and watch it. And you made a fondue.
Chocolate fondue.
A chocolate fondue.
Yeah, chocolate covered apples and strawberries.
I'm going to start making comments about this now that you said that, because you and I alone watching a movie with fondue.
We didn't eat any of it. I brought it to the office and brought it to D&D the next day.
Well, thank you for clarifying that.
Sorry.
I have a reputation to uphold as a ladies' man and a gentleman in town.
Sorry?
That was Halloween.
Yeah.
Hey, John and OJ, November 5th is coming up. What is your favorite Alan Moore title? Stay ballsy, my friends. That is from Thesian.
Or the Asia can. Take your pick.
Thesian.
Okay.
Watchmen was a huge deal for me. I read it probably in the late 90s when I eventually found it. And I showed it to you. I said, OJ, John.
Yeah.
You were John at that point, not OJ yet.
Yeah, no.
You were just John.
I wasn't even the Commodore yet.
You weren't even anything.
I just frowned, by the way, in sadness.
But I was like, you got to read this book. And blew my mind. Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
And what did you think about it?
Yeah, I think that's the only Alan Moore title I can remember actually having read. I know there must be more, but I can't remember them. I haven't read V for Vendetta yet.
I only read that, and I read the Batman. I think it was The Killing Joke.
That was him. I effing read that.
The Man Who Laughs. Can't remember the exact name. But that's where Joker shoots Barbara Gordon.
Ooh, I don't know if I saw that one. I could swear I read it.
You read it because I let you borrow it.
Okay, but either way, The Watchmen. Watchmen's
incredible.
That was really the movie. Doesn't quite work, and it's different than the comic enough that it's hard to talk about them both. But the book, just reading it, like I did not see the end coming for a long time. What was going to happen? I didn't know who was who, and it was really well done. I mean, it was a little campy when you get to the end, like the maniacal plan, but it was. I think I'm a better person for having read it because it raises a lot of good thoughts about superheroes.
Right.
That they brought up again, kind of in a lighter tone in The Incredibles, but no, seriously, they pulled some of the same stuff.
Yeah.
But if you had a bunch of yahoos running around, in tights like as vigilantes, I mean, this is the sort of reaction you could reasonably expect.
Yeah, it was surrealistic and awesome, great writing. Pretty much The Watchmen and Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns changed my life. And anytime people want to knock comic books, like those two things can hold up against anything.
Oh yeah,
any movie or whatever.
Yeah, it's deep, man.
Yeah,
there's just layer. You can't just read it once either.
I think comic books is the best visual medium there is. What do you think about that statement? I think it's better. I think it's better. You can express more in comic book in a still frame, in something you draw. You can draw anything in the world that you can imagine.
Yeah, that's
and
what.
A still frame. Okay, doesn't have to animate and look pretty in the animation. I think it's the best visual way of telling a story there is. Better than movies.
I think that when you do it right, I mean, everything comes together. It is perfect. It's perfection. I mean,
right.
I do have issues sometimes reading comics because sometimes they don't do them quite so perfectly, and I get a little confused. But the potential is there. I mean, reading that or Neil Gaiman's Sandman, there's so much deep stuff. And the thing is, you can draw whatever you want in whatever style you want, anything you can think of.
Right.
So you just, it's not just what's in the picture. It's what's around the picture, how the picture's drawn, what do they have very fine defined lines? Is it fuzzy on the edges to kind of show that there's some otherworldly nature to it? There's just a lot of depth there, and you don't really see that too often in movies because
movies you have to physically create it.
Yep. Well,
and then of course you have an idea and it has to run through 400 corporate guys that don't know anything or care anything about the content. They're thinking about how can we sell this.
Yeah.
Comics is a little more open. They're not looking to sell a million copies. Looking maybe a few thousand.
And you can do your own independent comic pretty easily on the web.
Right. So.
Not that they don't take a ton of work.
Where are we here? We got any more?
Yeah, we got a couple more questions.
Okay, this is for you. Hey OJ.
Uh-oh.
If you were to have someone if you were to have someone with you to do a playthrough of a horror game like John, would you be willing to actually film and post it here on YouTube? Jittery user.
Jittery, I like that because, I can be jittery when I'm frightened.
Well, this came from the discussion about how you don't like to play horror games on your own.
Yeah, because they frighten the pants off of me.
Would you be willing to do one with someone and record it for YouTube?
If someone's in the room, I'd do it. I mean, I don't know. I don't. If someone wanted to, but it's not like I'm going to be there. If you're waiting for me to go and freak out and stuff. I mean, that's not what happens. What happens to me is I get into it. I'm watching. I'm not paying attention to what's around me. I'm just kind of flowing with what's going on in the game. It'll freak me out a little bit when I'm done too. But I mean, yeah, I've watched people play through horror games before. I mean, that's fun. I mean, a friend of mine and I went. Well, he was playing. We went through, when I was a little kid, we went through Resident Evil 1. We went through a couple years ago all of Resident Evil 4. I mean, it's not like I'd be unwilling to sit there and go through it. No, that would be fine.
Okay. Well, maybe, I think we're going to talk about later, maybe you're going to be making a channel or something.
Yeah, you never know what'll happen.
You never know what you're up to.
It's like a container of candies.
It might be a pornography review channel. It's the running
Why does everyone think I'm a pervert?
It's the running joke of the show.
I'm sad to say.
And the last comment that we're going to do, it's for me, actually. It was directed at me. It says, do you plan on doing any recent games for playthroughs, or will it forever be throwbacks? Ryan2WN for me. Well, I kind of talked about this a few shows ago, but the future of my channel is going to be original content, not games, old games or new games. So I have a lot of ideas I'm throwing around, things I want to do. If not for the snowstorm, but you actually may have seen something new this week.
Yeah.
But I kind of missed up my plans big time. But I'm looking to do more stuff with original music. I have some of it already on my channel, but I'm looking to expand that, do more of that. I have other ideas I'm not going to get to now because it's kind of going to spoil the surprises. But that's the future of my channel.
And honestly, that's what I enjoy most too.
Right, and so many people do games already. You don't need to see me doing it. And if I can't bring something unique and new to this format, what's the point of me even bothering doing it?
You are what's unique and new, John.
I'm not sure if you're mocking me or not.
I'm not mocking you. Why does everyone always think I'm mocking them?
But if I did do I'm doing the old games. I'm just basically playing whatever I want at this point. Once in a while, I'll do a game, and I do direct capture, which I'm able to do for all the old games. The HD games I can't do with direct capture because my computer doesn't render HD. I have to get a new computer. My computer's from 2006.
Oh.
So if I was to do a new game, I want to wait until I can, put it out properly, make it look nice, professional, and I feel kind of upset about some of the games I did that weren't that don't look that good.
Yeah.
It kind of bothers me. Like, oh, I should have waited and done it better. I could have done a better job.
Well, the more you know.
So yeah, I mean, and I may go back and maybe redo some stuff too.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. If I ever start a channel, I like original stuff a lot. Mostly because I'm paranoid about what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not. So.
Okay,
yeah.
So original content is gonna be the future. Hopefully you guys stick around and check it out, and that's that. So we're gonna come right back, and then we're gonna take a little break. Okay, you could just say.
I have to.
You're minding all this stuff to me now.
All right. Yeah, I have to go do something.
What does that mean?
I have to put my laundry in the thing.
What does that mean?
I have to go put my laundry in the washer.
Is that really what's going on, or you're trying to mask it?
No, it's 8:06.
Don't lie to the people, OJ.
I'm not lying to the people.
Don't
I have
lie.
to do my laundry. I need my laundry for tomorrow.
If I see you going to the bathroom, I'm going to tell the people when we come back.
Then you won't see anything at all.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Thank you. And we're back. And you did not go into the bathroom.
See?
You did actually go and do your laundry. I did not help.
I know.
I'm not participating in any of the household chores.
I know.
While I'm staying here. You noticed.
I noticed. Yeah, and you put your trash in the recycling.
What's the difference?
Nothing really, because there were no bottles in there yet.
You can't recycle what I put in there? What did I
Pasta?
You can't recycle that?
Pasta?
The container, man.
Yeah, but there's pasta in it. It's alright, dude. There wasn't any. I hadn't put anything in there yet. I'm just gonna take it out in the morning, dude.
Okay.
Dude.
Well, being chastised here.
Chastised me, my friend.
It's like living in a jail cell with you, the warden over here.
What?
Putting things in the cycling. Jeez. Next thing you're gonna tell me I can't walk around nude anymore.
Oh gosh! If I weren't already blind, half blind without my glasses, I would be now.
I can't stand at the window open, completely nude.
You can't stand at the window dressed, dude. You'll frighten away the children.
Okay, so spoke about this earlier. We're actually recording this on Wednesday night because on Thursday morning, OJ will be going on a special trip. I will be driving him to JFK International Airport. We're leaving at 6 a.m.
Hey.
This is how we're paying you for allowing me to stay in your home.
Yeah, it's a very kind gesture, actually. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. I'm quite excellent and great.
We know.
And you can pay me the $100 that will be charged. But
dude, I could get a service for that price. And they don't eat my cereal.
All right, so you're going away. Tell me about where you're going.
All right, well,
let the people know.
A couple of my friends from college decided they wanted to go on a trip this year. And they decided that this trip was going to be to a little town in the desert.
Yes.
In Nevada, known as Las Vegas. Going to go find the hometown of Balrog or M. Bison or whatever the frell you want to call him.
You know, the boxer's hometown.
Yeah, I think isn't that his hometown? Isn't that where he hangs out?
To challenge him for the title.
Yeah. You can't stop me.
Right. Speaking of that, we were driving around Stamford today. We saw world champion Taekwondo.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to go in there right now and challenge who is their world champion. Bring out your world champion.
And the best thing was, like, 2 minutes later, a guy stepped out with, like, a black belt and everything.
All right. Let's get back on top here. So you're going to Las Vegas. You've never been there before.
I have never been there before.
I've been there like 3 or 4 times.
What can you tell me that might actually be useful?
It's a hell of a town.
Okay.
I've stayed at the Rio.
Oh, yeah. We almost stayed there.
I stayed at the Mirage. This place with the big fountain. You want to check that out.
Okay.
You do Mirage is the nice fountain show. And then down the street is Treasure Island. And that's where they have the pirate show.
Oh, cool.
These are free shows.
I like free.
I know you do.
Oh.
So, and I stayed at Green Valley Ranch, which is off the strip one year. That's where they had Evo one year, so I went there.
Oh, nice.
So I've been to Vegas many times, mostly for fighting game tournaments, which is terrible. But
it's a good reason.
I've also gone besides that.
Yeah.
But it's a fun place. Strange.
Oh.
You walk around on the strip. There's these dudes. I don't know if you've heard about this. They'll come up to you and they'll give you cards. And these cards have like a chick on them. And on the back is a phone number. And of course the picture of the chick's like a modeled shot.
Yeah.
And just like spread eagle and whatever. And when you call, I'm sure if you actually call, I'm sure you'll do this, and you'll find out.
Well, yeah. When I steal your phone tomorrow morning.
You're calling my phone.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone. I don't know. I guess people do it. I don't no idea.
Well, isn't that the idea?
Yeah, but I guess I guarantee the chick that shows up looks nothing like the photo. That's my guess.
Oh man, I just pictured like.
So I hope that you're not gonna participate in that kind of thing.
No, I'd rather not.
I hope
it just seems like a bad plan. I mean, I read Catcher in the Rye. I don't want any of that craziness.
There's more things to do than you don't need to be doing that.
Okay, I don't plan on doing that. Despite what everyone seems to keep thinking about me.
I've seen several shows in Vegas. A lot of fun. I actually saw George Carlin.
I envy you.
I saw him in Vegas, and I saw him at one of the colleges back home.
Oh, nice.
Later on that year, and then he passed probably a couple months after that. So that was way awesome. And I saw The Amazing Jonathan.
I wanted to see him, but my friend wouldn't do it.
Why not?
There's 4 of us going, and one of my friends refuses to see The Amazing Jonathan.
Is it a girl?
No, it's a dude.
Does he know what it is?
Yeah, he knows what it is. He just
doesn't
doesn't think it's funny.
The guy's amazing.
And he's Jonathan, I know.
He pulled up one of the audience members and just destroyed this guy for like an hour.
What did he do?
All kinds of crazy stuff to him, poured stuff on him.
Stole his belt.
Stole his wallet. Took his credit cards and ran him through, mad magician type thing.
I'd want to bring a spare wallet to one of those things. I just have a second wallet, so they take the first wallet and be like, "What's wrong with you?"
So what are some of the things you planned out for your Vegas vacation?
All right.
Your Chevy Chase National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation.
Well, here's the thing. There's 4 of us, so we were each planning a different. We were each my friend said, okay, each of us find something you want to do and have everyone else go do it. Mm-hmm. Me being the giant nerd that I am, and having loved medieval times back in on the East Coast, decided we'd go do Tournament. I wanted to go see Tournament of Kings. A big because it's Vegas. Everything is going to be over the top and insanely ridiculous, and I am eager to see what sort of nonsense and hullabaloo they generate. So we're going to do that.
I guarantee there's slot machines inside the castle. The slot machines in the grocery stores everywhere you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
You're a gambling man? What do you... What's your game?
Well, considering all the D&D I play, I can see myself throwing dice while I'm there.
Some craps.
Yes.
I play a little blackjack.
That's my second choice.
The last time I went to Vegas was 2009, and I won like $100.
Nice.
But I haven't gambled since then because I'm afraid I'm going to lose the $100.
Well, that's my problem. I've gambled, I think, 3 times. No, twice.
Yeah.
I gambled in Canada briefly and won $3 on the slot machines. And then at Mohegan Sun, I spent maybe a half hour at the dice table and broke even and said, okay, I'm done. So I'm ahead of the game, and I'm kind of sad to lose that. Mm-hmm. But it'll be fun.
There's no really good arcade when I was there, but I think one has opened recently, so you may want to look into that. You think there would be an arcade, like a cool arcade? Like all the casinos have an arcade, but it's all
little kid
broken
stuff.
Down. No, it's like broken down. Like the Simpsons game.
But that is a sweet game, though.
It is a sweet game, but they don't. It's not what you're looking for. When you think Vegas and maybe like an arcade, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, no.
I think something's open. You might want to check that out. That's what I would do if I.
All right, I'll look that up. We're also gonna go see. One of my friends wants us to go out into the desert and go to a gun range, which should be fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a little frightening, but I've been to a gun range before. It's just a little unsettling, Like
you could fire machine guns there. That's illegal everywhere else in the country, I think.
But it's legal there. Yeah, I think that might be why he wants to go.
Certain firearms you can shoot there that you can't do anywhere else.
That might be one reason why he wants to go.
Vegas is the place for guns and for sex.
All right, so we just need some rock and roll.
And gambling, yes.
Okay. One other thing we're going to do is we're hopping on one of those small planes and flying over the Grand Canyon, landing for a few hours, and then exploring for like 3 hours.
How long are you going to be there for?
Vegas or the Canyon?
No, in Vegas.
From tomorrow, which is Thursday, and I'm coming back on Tuesday.
Okay.
Getting in at 10:25 p.m. at JFK.
It's probably like a good amount of time, because any more than that, you start to lose it.
Well, that implies I had it in the first place.
The place after a few days, it's neon lights everywhere and just like dirt. Well, it's not even dirt. It's like just sand and whatever their soil is. And,
gross.
And you're like, get me out of here, man.
It doesn't just feel gross, like walking around out there?
The first several days are really fun, and then after you're like, I gotta go. This is
we're also, a couple of my friends got booked some shows for some other stuff. I'm not quite certain what it is. They wanted to see something from Cirque du Soleil, but they looked it up and they said it looked lame. So we're doing something else.
Go to the Beatles?
No, not gonna go to the Beatles.
You should go if you like free shows. Go to Old Las Vegas.
Huh.
Old Las Vegas is like where Vegas used to be, and then they built the Strip.
Oh, maybe. Oh, interesting.
But if you go to Old Las Vegas, they have this light show. It's awesome. It's free.
Sweet! I love light shows.
It's free too.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. Oh, and here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
I work with a bunch of guys, and apparently, completely randomly, 5 people from my company, one of which is my coworker, another one is my boss, and some of their friends and roommates. They're going up on Thursday and Friday, and coming back Monday.
Right.
So I'm hopefully going to run into them, but it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, hey, didn't fancy meeting you here.
It'd be funny if you saw them in some like compromising positions in Vegas.
Oh gosh.
Like one guy's just passed out on the floor of he lost everything.
I don't plan on getting that drunk.
John, please, bring me back.
Please, I won't make you do incidents again.
Another thing you should do out there is go to like a pawn shop. Mm-hmm. They have some of the best pawn shops.
Really?
Probably in the country because people bring all their things and obviously lose.
I didn't think chess was that big.
I'm not going to respond to that. It's beneath me.
You mean they lose all their money?
They lose all their money. They have to pawn their belongings, so they have incredible things in the pawn shop.
That's awful.
You could find like musical equipment and all kinds of anything you
want.
Oh
man, I can replace my Irish whistle.
Whatever you want to get, I recommend that. You can go to the fake New York.
Seriously?
You've been to the real New York and go to the fake New York. Or the fake Paris.
Do the people in fake New York have fake New York accents?
No, they don't go that far, but they play Sinatra in there, and they sell you pizza and whatever, man.
It's not going to be real New York pizza, and the bagels are going to be terrible. I'm telling you, if you're not in New York, you're not going to get a good bagel.
Then you go to Bellagio, which is like the Italy.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to a restaurant across the street from the Bellagio, I think. Serendipity, which is actually Serendipity 3. There's one in New York City. I know they closed it a few years ago in New York City for health reasons.
I went to that.
But I think they opened it back up again.
Okay.
But I went when I was a little kid. I loved that place. Not just because, we always had to wait in line to get in there, but there was a gift shop, so you could hang out in the gift shop and buy cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Which annoyed my parents, because then they'd have to pay for it. But I remember the last time I was there, the time before the last time I was there, I ordered like a basket of fried chicken. They give you a bowl of fried chicken on a plate, but when you try to cut the chicken, the bowl moves around. So I'm just sitting there like, it's not working. And then you get a delicious ice cream. I think that place actually has the most expensive ice cream sundae in the country.
Probably.
Like $1,000. They give you a golden spoon. You get to keep the gold spoon.
Wait. Is that the place that has the ice cream that's like gold, has like gold in it?
Maybe.
Like you eat gold.
I don't know, dude. I've eaten.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about this.
You can get vodka with gold in it, dude.
Oh yeah, that's another thing, dude.
Indian candy has silver in it. It's effing awesome.
Right.
It's so good.
One thing about Vegas, man, you gotta hit the buffet.
Yep, that's on the docket.
I forget which one was the best one. I've gone to a few of them. I went to the Rios. I went to.
We're staying at Rio. No, we're staying at Aria. My bad. No. Where are we staying?
You should figure that out.
Yeah. Oh, pants.
The Rio's like off the strip a little bit, but you can get to the strip quickly.
Yeah.
But
I thought you said to avoid people who strip. Go on.
You can go. Forget it.
No, for a buffet.
Buffets are awesome. You're in the desert, and somehow they bring in 100 lobsters, or they have crab legs, and they have.
Seriously?
Exotic fruits, and.
Ooh, lychee.
Okay, anything you want, dude.
Oh, lychee. It's like a devil grape.
They got the guy that'll make you the omelet. Tell him what you want. They got the meat guy. Buffets are great. It's probably about $20-$25.
That's pretty reasonable.
But unlimited stuff, amazing stuff, desserts, all kinds of things.
You know what I got to do? I got to wake myself up early, like go swimming or run for an hour, for like a half hour, so I'm starving for the whole day.
You're not running out there, bro, unless you're going to run inside the hotel.
Inside the hotel, just like going through, out of the way. Bong.
Well, some of the hotels are connected, like the Luxor and like 3 other ones are all like one big hotel in a way. So it's probably like 3 miles to walk between them all indoors.
Awesome.
You go to Circus, which is like the crazy
circus
themed hotel.
For those of you who like to clown around.
Right. So there's a lot of fun things to do.
Yeah, it sounds like.
I'm interested to hear what you're going to say. Maybe we'll.
Well,
get into it next week.
I'm not bringing a computer, so I probably won't have access to the internet much.
Yeah.
But I have purchased myself a small pocket camcorder.
Yes.
So I'm hoping to be recording my misadventures. When I figure out what my channel is going to be, if I'm going to get a channel, where I'm going to post my videos, I will certainly let you guys know. And if I find out before I come back, I'll let John know so he can, you guys can get the jump on it.
Yeah. So your plan is you're going to make some videos in Vegas. And
yeah.
Then upload them to YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, well, I remember when you were doing your videos in Japan, so I figured a similar thing might work.
Yeah, I kind of that's what I need my channel for that.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
And I'm still trying to figure it out a year later, but
well, we can learn together.
So you're gonna do a Vegas channel.
Yeah, OJ's Vegas vacation.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So I guess next week we'll talk about what you did.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty of stuff to talk about from other stuff too. I mean, you're gonna have some more thoughts on some recent games and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be good.
So I think next week will be you talking about your Vegas vacation.
Okay.
And then I hope we will have a special guest on. Will be Venomous Fat Man.
Yeah.
From YouTube.
Brilliant.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be on. We talked about it last week. I'm going to have to get in contact with him again.
Please do.
But it's going to be awesome. I'm going to have to really do my homework because he does excellent interviews. So I'm going to try to do one on the level of him. So I'm going to try to do some preparation. Barbara Walters type stuff.
Am I going to have to do work?
Walter Cronkite and shit.
Oh man, I better make sure I'm ready so I don't make it look bad.
So we'll come up with some different topics and stuff like that.
Sounds good.
Are you done for the day? You want to do another couple minutes? Or?
I'm cool, man. Whatever you got.
All right, so I got Sonic Generations, as we talked about.
Yeah.
And you watched me play a little bit of this game.
I played a little bit myself
you played a little bit of it yourself. I think the game is awesome.
Awesome, but with a few caveats.
It's a flawed game. It's not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. And a lot of the flaws are still involved with the 3D Sonic.
Yeah.
But the entire game is awesome. The presentation of it. We've had the music in our heads the entire day.
It's driving me. Why'd you remind me? Oh.
I'm still hearing it, man. So.
Oh, nightmares come true.
I think it's a great effort.
Yeah, it's the best Sonic game I've seen in a very long time.
I think it's right up there, if not better than some of the Genesis games.
I can see that.
And I love the game. What else do you have to say about it?
Well, there are some frustrating parts, but it's not very punishing. If you're trying to do a challenge and you mess up, you just load it right back up again and you go.
It's getting harder though. We're not done.
Yeah, the game seems to have their difficulty curve ramped out pretty well.
It's getting harder now towards the end.
Yeah, like I played like the Green Hill Zone, which is obviously the easiest one. I didn't really have much trouble. Then I came back, played one of the next zone.
Right.
A little tricky, but not too bad. Made it through. Took me a couple tries.
Yeah.
Then the next one, I got through that one no problems, but it required a lot more effort. Like, it's ramping up quite nicely.
What's funny is it has the original Sonic in it.
Yeah.
Like, I unlocked the Genesis controller. I bought the Genesis controller, which allows you to play the original Sonic game. And something about the old game that feels better, though. I can't quite...
The control seems tighter.
The control seems a little tighter. And the same thing can be said about the new Super Mario Brothers game on the Wii.
Yeah,
something with the HD TV, maybe, or something.
I think it's just... When they render it in 3D, it just doesn't feel as crisp. When you're watching it in 2D, everything is just outlined so well. It just stops there.
It's more of the animation style, not the HD aspect.
It could certainly be both.
Right.
You'd still expect there to be lag if there's lag to begin with, because it's still coming through, being processed and stuff. It's just really easy to process unless that's the answer.
But if you look at this game on paper, it's like the 2D Sonic levels and the 3D Sonic levels. Like, it really shouldn't work. But it does in a way, because you never really get tired of one or the other.
Yeah, they space it out pretty well. And the weird thing is the 3D Sonic levels, every now and then, you feel like you're playing the 2D Sonic levels.
Yeah.
But you've got, the boost and the homing attack, and it just feels weird trying to get through it.
Yeah, they kind of toned down the 3D Sonic. Like, you can't move the camera, you can't do a lot of things. A lot of his levels are 2D anyway.
Yeah, or you're on a track.
Right.
So it's not like you're running around free roaming like Mario.
But it blends together nicely.
I'm very pleased with the package. I'm curious to hear what one of my friends is a diehard Sonic fan.
Yeah.
And like as he admits, most diehard Sonic fans hate Sonic games. So I'll let you know what I hear back from him about it.
Right. The storyline is kind of weird because instead of just being like there's one Sonic and sometimes he's 3D and sometimes he's 2D, there's actually two different Sonics.
Yeah, old school and new school.
Old school Sonic, and then you have new school Sonic who's like much taller than him.
He's taller, thinner, and has green eyes.
And he could talk.
Yeah, and also there's Tails, and new Tails is taller, thinner, and has green eyes.
Right, so like new Sonic can speak and do all kinds of things. Old school Sonic, he looks very cartoony. I don't think Sonic ever really looked like that. He looks almost too old school. He looks like he was made in 1981
he
instead of
escaped
1991.
from Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, he looks like he's from like the 80s, not the 90s. Like
yeah.
He looks like how he looked in like Sonic 3 Blast or something. I don't know. They made him look really old, I guess. But,
yeah.
He can't speak. So
Or maybe he doesn't speak.
I don't know, but there's some awkward freaking moments in the game.
Well, yeah, he's just kind of like, thumbs up.
Right. First of all, new Tails can't tell the difference between the Sonics.
Can like old Tails tell?
They can now, but earlier in the game, he's like, who the hell? Like, he couldn't figure it out. Tails doesn't know what's going on. But old school Sonic, he can't speak. It's like there's some disturbing scenes where like everyone's talking, and then old school Sonic's just like miming things. He can't vocalize anything.
And I have not seen a single chili dog.
Chili dog references.
Sonic loves them. Oh yeah, there was one in the beginning. You're right. There were chili dogs in the beginning for new Sonic.
They were having a picnic with all those stupid characters like the crocodile guy, the bat, wolf,
Rogue or Rouge.
I don't know.
I think it's Rouge.
But yeah, then like this demon guy comes and I don't know. The storyline's kind of weird. Old school Sonic he can't speak or anything. He's a mute.
Knuckles is a jerk.
What?
He mocks you.
He's very confident.
Oh, and the Chow, you will want to strangle every last Chow you see. I know they might be cute, but if you get hit when you don't have any rings, you'll die.
Yeah, after like the 40th level that you've done. Like,
and it's just telling you.
If you told me that 20 years ago, I would have known.
You're doing your 20th challenge where you're racing a doppelganger.
Right.
Beat your doppelganger to the finish line, Sonic. No, you know what? Let's let him go. He can beat Robotnik or whatever. I don't care.
I think Sonic just puts up with the Chows because the Chows have no other purpose in life but to tell him tutorials. So if he was like, go away, they would have no purpose.
The thing that bugs me the most is you're playing Green Hill Zone.
Yes. And,
the first level of the game, the first level from the first game, and there's an effing Chow right at the beginning telling you how to play. Collect rings!
Well, that's for the new fans.
Dude! Okay, I'm a little kid in the 90s, man. I'm like, when did this come out?
There was no tutorial back then.
When did this come out? Like 90...
What do you mean?
When did Sonic 1 come out? 91?
20 years. That's why I
Alright, I'm 7 years old.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm in first grade. I don't need an effing tutorial. Run to the right and jump. Oh, you messed up. You're dead. Boo-hoo.
Well, that's what games are now.
It's kind of depressing.
But I think the game's a lot of fun. I'm actually going to play right as soon as we're done here.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it. And the challenge, it has the basic levels. It has these challenge mode levels.
Yeah.
Which are pretty fun. They mix it up. There's all kinds of different things you have to
and
accomplish.
And when you get fed up with the challenge levels, you move on, you come back.
Right.
And don't forget that there's a skill system.
Yes. Oh yeah, you can choose different loadouts.
Yeah.
Call of Duty style. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, you get skill points or whatever, which are basically experience points, and you buy different abilities. Some of which are kind of, you need this or the game is just unbearably hard.
Right.
But it's pretty cool. I like it.
I like the game a lot. I recommend anyone that enjoys the Sonic franchise should definitely get it or check it out. You have to show Sega that if they make a good product, then we'll get behind it.
Yeah, it's about time they've made a good Sonic game. So everyone, enjoy.
Enjoy some Sonic for the first time in a long time.
Oh man, do they have those in Vegas?
It has all kinds of throwbacks to old Sonic games. There's a level that's just like Sonic Adventure.
Oh yeah.
Running down the hill and all
that.
Oh
gosh, the truck. Don't say no more about the truck.
Music is classic.
But the truck, thumbs up.
So
the music is catchy as all get out.
All right, I just talked myself into going and playing it again.
All right, that's cool with me, man.
I'm gonna go do that. Just want to thank everyone for listening. As always, next week we'll have OJ's thoughts on Las Vegas. We'll see.
Assuming I didn't get arrested.
See if he comes back with any real diseases, not just digital gonorrhea. Maybe some real ones. We'll discuss that. Maybe he lost all his money. I don't know. Maybe he'll be calling in through Skype on the side of the street, begging for change. So,
can I get some change?
We'll also have Venomous Fat Man on. He's going to talk about numerous things going on with him, his YouTube channel, and and a big Call of Duty event that he's going to be running as well was what he wanted to talk about.
Awesome.
So we'll see you next week on the show. Thank you very much for your support as always, and thank you for listening to John Rambo Presents the best in free and optional entertainment. Adios, amigos.
Goodbye.